FaZe and Infuse. FaZe and Infuse, man. I mean, I didn't see Infuse taking down Rise in game 1 of on the winners bracket. That was quite an upset, and so far things are looking pretty sweet for them. But enough of our chatting about other teams. Right now, it's all about these two. eUnited versus Allegiance. This is winners round 2, and already we're off to a pretty sweet start for the boys on eUnited. Early kills there from Silly. Another stat we talked a little bit about earlier. Chance that, you know, we'll come back to that one. That's a little nugget for later. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get still into this. Chance, where do you place these two teams? Allegiance, you called them the top amateur team in the world, and eUnited, arguably one of the top teams in the world. So there's a bit of disparity between the two.
Yeah, I mean, this is a match that you would have expected to kind of go down in pool play, right? Like, again, Allegiance hasn't been considered that top-tier team, and eUnited might very well be the best team in the game, and I would have predicted them to be the best team in the game, but it's one of those things is how high is, like, their skill cap? Again, your Optic Gaming and your LG, those are the guys that, you know, when they peak higher than anyone else, but eUnited, they're great in all 4 game modes, but Allegiance, again, that best amateur team, if you're going to compete the entire year and constantly be overlooked, again, how awesome would that be to show up at Champs? And that's when you turn up for the squad. And of course, right now, they're in control of the Turbine Hill. As Silly's going to fall. Now there's just 3 members of eUnited here, but they got to pick up the kills. It looks like eUnited's going to be able to break through, and that is going to be the final clean up kill as well. So again, that's what you expect out of a team like eUnited. Great start so far. And of course now, Allegiance, they're going to be trying to come back on the attack. They got to push through elbow. It's going to be a little bit wild, but we'll see what they can do.
We like it wild, though, Chance. We like it wild here on Bravo. And so far, no one is disappointed. eUnited 50 points in the lead right now. Turbine's looking all theirs. It's come a big push from the guys with ALG on the way back in. And so far, I think it's fairly predictable. As we said, RC is getting a nice 2-piece there. We didn't expect Allegiance to be screaming too hard on this one. Again, top amateur team. Nothing to sneeze at. But still, this caliber of play here at COD Champs, this far into IW's life cycle. I mean, this is it, dude. This is the end of the line. No time like the present to start turning up. This is Turbine about to be finished. In a few seconds' time, we will be flipping over to the hangar. And this is Clayster getting ready to take on those players from ALG. And he did get beat down from behind. There was a player behind him the whole time. Clay had no idea there was a guy coming in from behind. And now RC is getting dropped, Believe getting the kill there. So this has been a superb break from Allegiance, like completely undetected for the most part.
Well, right then, he comes back. Silly's able to pick up 2. And that kind of, to me, is the story of Allegiance. Again, they're a team that they are consistently in the right positions. They're smart players. They always know what they need to do in pretty much every situation they ever find themselves in. But that's where that just individual raw talent kind of comes into play. A team like eUnited, well, you know, Pristini, Arceus, this is their breakout year. Silly's been fantastic the entire time as well. And then, of course, Clayster's a legend of the scene for a reason. So Allegiance, they find themselves in a good spot, but it comes down to those gunfights as well. And it doesn't matter how smart you are. If you're just not winning the gunfights, you're going to be losing the game.
Man, I mean, it's 2-piece after 2-piece from the guys on eUnited. That's Arceus getting 2 as well. We saw Pristini pick up a few earlier with that ERAD, and already the kill department. Silly is just that at 10-3. This is him on your screen right now. Spoofy taking care of his teammates, but at the same time, Silly, he's just looking so strong. 275 away from his Trinity rocket. Not super useful here on Scorch, but still can be used well in the hands of a fine driver. Again, eUnited have had a little bit of funny luck with their Trinity rockets so far in the competition.
Yeah, I think the best example of that, Arceus, he found himself in a 1v0. He had wiped out the enemy team, and then he killed himself with his own Trinity rocket because he was playing a little bit too fast for his own good. Either way, though, again, eUnited, they're a team that's just here having fun, right? They were all smiles out of. They're playing comfortable, right? Because they went 3-0 in pools. I think they didn't even drop a single map, and well, they've been looking like one of the most, if not the most dominant team here. And so far, so good. They're trying to continue that, but you see ALG turning it quite a bit around. This Drill Hill, well, they've locked it down for nearly the entire time. I know Mayhem, he opened up with a bit of a force spree on the hill, and Spoof and Nova were doing okay as well, and ALG, they're right back in this game.
Yeah, you blink and it's finished already now. We're almost closing this one up. I want to talk a little bit again about eUnited, like bringing Clay onto the team. How's this changed their mentality? Like, they just find themselves like laughing a lot more. They're just in such a better mindset. They're enjoying the game more maybe than when they had Gunless on the squad.
Well, yeah, so Clayster is going to be a player that he never like mixes things up in a negative way for the team. He's a smart enough guy that he'll be able to adjust himself for any given situation, any team that you put him on, and he's just there to win, right? So a player with Gunless, as soon as he does, I don't know if you want to call it a stunt or he wants to make his move before Anaheim, that's immediately just going to create that bad blood, and that's a team that clearly there was going to be some chemistry issues there. And if you have to fill in that slot, and again, you don't necessarily want to because Gunless is a fantastic player, but if you must, Clayster is definitely a go-to pick. But again, right now, close game. ALG still inside that hill trying to contest as well. And you see players making moves for the spawns as well. Mayhem's going to be kind of coupled, but he's got 3 players on eUnited to deal with. That is a tough spot.
Yeah, tough spot for Mayhem. Nova going 10 and 13 right now. Back onto the flip to Turbine. As you can see, this is RC. He's watching down low. He's got a player up top. Who's actually Clay coming in from behind. He managed to take care of 2 players there who were trying to get the pinch from up top. And again, they got brought down, but RC's now going in there and taking care of Believe. Now he's straight back to front. He's going to be watching this front flank for his squad. Won't be letting anybody come through, and if he does, they are going to be beating the hipfire and up and over the head, but Spoof does get taken down there by RC's, and again, maybe able to find that one, but Believe. That fist from above, man, he really put the hammer down there on him. And as you can see, Allegiance now, with 30 seconds remaining on Turbine, they do have control. Not too far away now at 149 to 114 and climbing. Nova, he's got to be holding on. He does have 2 players actually backing him up here. And that final player, Mayhem, is on the other side of the map, trying to make his way towards the fight, and so far so good. You can see Allegiance doing a great job of holding this one down and making that lead ever so small for eUnited.
Yeah, and you saw what Nova was doing right there. He makes it look easy because like he barely moved from his spot, but you could see he was kind of leaning back and forth of where he needs to look. Well, when he's looking bottom lab, it's because his teammates don't have that covered, and he knows he has a teammate watching over his back, so he just puts that trust in his teammates to pick up the kills, and you see his teammates, once he pushes out the cut, even when that teammate falls, he's able to turn around and get the easy cleanup stuff. So again, ALG, they do work together very, very well as a team, and I definitely think that they've proven themselves so far, but this is the match. This is the main stage. You're going against eUnited, the best team in the game. This is an amazing time to make that statement. Mayhem inside the hill. He's been streaky before. I think he's posted one of the best KDs in Hardpoint for his team at the very least, and he's about to double up on a Scarabs, but that's fine because ALG, they're going to be able to take the lead.
Oh, here we go. Mayhem gets dropped straight away. That was 2 from Silly. This is Nova now sitting just low there on Turbine. There's 20 seconds left on Hangar, excuse me. Nova still trying to make a bit of a play here. Takes care of Silly. He's got players above. Just off the wall run. This is huge if he can find another. But again, buying a bit of time. Playing it slow. Hangar is now about to flip. 154 to Allegiance 173 eUnited again. This is a closer and closer game chance. Mayhem's going pretty huge for his team at 16 and 12. Whereas the other side of the board, it's all about Silly, man. 19 and 13 with a ton of time in the hard point.
And somehow able to pick up that kill as well. You see, he wasn't able to finish the first gunfight, but still gets the cleanup kill on the second guy, and his teammates are there in support. If you think around to the first time on this drill hill, well, it was Allegiance that were able to lock it down for nearly that full 60. eUnited was able to contest for just a few, but now it's a similar situation. Nova, though, bit unfortunate, ends up killing himself with the Scarab. I'm sure someone on eUnited probably just shot it as soon as he called it in. Either way, though, they're still in control of the hill. They still have the camo to work with, and again, ALG able to retake that lead. The ERADs right now are too strong with Mayhem. Well, he's got both guns in his back pocket, switches to the K-bar, but 125 from the Trinity. Honestly, it's worth the camo just to get that.
He probably won't have to burn it. Actually, he's only 25 away now. One more kill is all it's going to take. He's on a 5 streak. So as you can see, Allegiance about to crack through 200. Every single member of eUnited has just spawned. They're making their way over the wall run through lab, and they're about to be hitting Hangar. And here we go. Mayhem's in first. Best dressed as well. Takes care of Pristini up over the top. Great kill there from Arzies, but it's going to be back and forth here as we're seeing the next flip. And as we go back to Bridge, Clace is getting 2 as well. This is already back and forth between these 2 teams. Chance, but Allegiance now finally in the lead. Is this a moment for them to walk away with this? I mean, Bridge wasn't the best for them, but they're still here to make a statement. #1 amateur team in the world. But after this match, we may be looking at them a little differently.
Well, I mean, you can see they have the camo. They're actually going to burn the Trinities here. And I don't know if I like the call necessarily because Turbine's important, but still they have that hill control. And I don't think they can actually win on this hill, but if they get enough time, then they have camo for Turbine. They are in a fantastic position, eUnited. Someone's got to step up. Someone needs to go big. Clayster might be that guy. Has a player just next to him. He's going to jump past. So right now the kill feed is all ALG, and they're going to be about 20 points from taking this game #1.
Wow, getting all 4 of those kills, that's absolutely huge. You're pushing everybody on eUnited back on a spawn. If they can win their next engagements, this is all said and done. One more hard point is all Allegiance need. They're in position to grab it. They've got Turbine, 10 points now remaining. This is Arcides for eUnited. They've got to make their way in. He's backing up a little bit. And as you can see, Allegiance now, it's happened, it's flipped. The players from eUnited have come in, they've got the kills, and they've managed to hold on for now. They've bought themselves just a little bit of time, and if they can make this one work, this could be a huge comeback for them. But Allegiance, 10 points, it's such a small ask.
Yeah, and of course they have the Camel to work with. Spoof has his payload ability as well, but they're not getting those intro kills. Spoof's able to trade one. He's just going to fall. So for the moment, it does appear like eUnited's going to be able to hold on, but you're going to have a 2v2, make it a 2v3 inside the hill. The question is, Mayhem, does he use the camo? Does he wait? His teammates are falling around him, and he's going to fall as well. So eUnited able to hold on for just a little longer, but they cannot win on this hill. We are going to have to go over to Hangar, and again, they have the payloads in their back pocket. Obviously, you have to invest them for this hill.
Yeah, if they invest once, the return could be an entire round win. Spoof sitting ready to go. If this gunfight goes his way, which it could. Oh, wait, he took Clayster again. That's the second time now on spawn. It's looking good, but he's being pressured hard. FTL jump gets himself out of the way. He's going to be brought down, though. And now we've got the Hangar falling into the hands of eUnited again. My goodness, could they pull this one back? There's one member. Mayhem now. Camo play in through the middle. He only gets one. It's just not enough. And now it's still going back and forth. Chances 45 seconds left on this hard point. eUnited in control. Oh, it's just flipped over. Prestini's camo now as well. My God, it is so back and forth. We're out of payloads. Nova's the only one with a payload left, and we're already going to see the lead almost change hands here. My God.
And that's probably going to be your game. Honestly, they're far away. They got to get past Silly. He's getting the intro kills as well. Nova, he's the closest one to it. He has to contest. You don't even have time to waste. The trophy's in there as well. Slides in at 249. Gets team killed by the nade, but still, the players are in, and that's going to be the final kill. Prestini is going to get it. And eUnited able to clutch up in game number 1. And what a massive game that was.
Holy moly. Game number 1 has not disappointed. ALG, they're going to be feeling that one, man. That's a burn. You're going to need a skin graft after that. That sucks because they had it, man. They had it all the way. The camo play from Mayhem, he didn't get much out of it. He got in there quick and he just jumped straight away on the first guy he saw. He didn't wait for it. He didn't assess the situation well enough, and then he gets dropped straight away. Man, that kind of mistake. I mean, is it a mistake? Just getting outplayed, I suppose.
That's a massive choke, in my opinion. They were what? They had 240 points, I believe it was, before going in a turbine. eUnited had about 180, 190, right around that vicinity. Yep. And they had the FTL. They had the camo. Prestini hadn't earned camo at all at this point. Prestini had an incredibly off game for the majority of that. Of course, he clutched up big at the end, but you have the payloads. You got a guy crapping the bed on the other team that's not going to be near his. Shut them down. Don't just give up the turbine hill. They lost the kills. They didn't invest anything going into it. They said, all right, we'll save it all for Hangar. But then, of course, you saw back and forth. eUnited, clearly a clutch team. But, again, you have such a huge lead. You have a money hill. You're there. Just win the game. Just try.
just win the game. It's a cliche chance, but, I mean, this is the difference between a pro and an amateur team. Like, those little decisions, those moments, who clutches up and who doesn't. Anyway, let's get that into the past. eUnited 1 notch on the belt. They only need 3 to move on through to winners round 3. Retaliation, Search and Destroy up next. And if you are an eUnited fan, this is a very good thing for you.
Yeah, I think Silly right now, he's posted the top KD in Search and Destroy at this event. I think they've only played 4 maps of it, though, to be fair, because they've only had 4 series, and I think it's been 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, and maybe a 3-0 or 3-1. So they've been completely dominant, have not even seen a map number 5. But again, Search and Destroy, they've been fine at this all event. ALG, though, they're going to have to do something to bounce back. But again, that's a heartbreaking loss. That's a loss that these guys are talking over right now. They're like, what could we have done? How many different mistakes did we make? And there you actually see, that is how threatening eUnited has been this tournament. That's what they're going against. Those are the juggernauts, right? So eUnited, again, easily top 3 team coming in this tournament, and they're definitely one of the top contenders to win the entire event. A lot of people have faith in them, but still, again, ALG, the game number 1 was in their fingertips. But
close, but no cigar. And it's still a win's a win. I mean, I've got eUnited pegged to take the whole event. I think they're going to do it. It's not Optics here yet. It's not theirs yet, man. Maybe World War II. I'm going to put money on that later today. Either way, guys, we're about to go into the Search and Destroy after this. We can see the players getting ready. Everyone looking pretty cool, pretty happy with that one, except for Allegiance. You know that stung. You know that burn. That conversation, look at that body language there, man. I mean, you know that that one hurts so much. You know that that mistake made cost you an entire round. You came so close. So close. That was Mayhem on your screen there, giving the team a little bit of a pep talk before then. And again, those fist bumps, they make the world of difference, man. You have to wipe that last game out of your mind entirely. You're going to go into the next one fresh-faced. It's just another map. You only need to win 3.
Well, and it's worth pointing out, yes, we talk about how difficult of a loss this is, but you can see, again, fist bumps all around. They're definitely going to be geared up trying to go into game number 2. Again, it's just tough with that game number 1 looming over your head, but these guys have been around for quite some time. I think it was 3 of the 4 of them have champs experience under their belt, albeit I think 1 year, but someone can check me on that if that's a bit of a maven stat, but I'm pretty sure if my memory serves. But even this year, they've played against quite a few notable teams. They've played in quite a few big matches. They've beaten Epsilon before. They knocked out Envy back in Anaheim. I think they've taken down teams like Red Reserve as well. It's one of those things that at all the open events, they just don't quite get to the point where they make it to main stage. And, well, here they are on main stage, and you got to ask the question, like, do they have those nerves?
Well, nerves maybe. In this first round, Mayhem's already been dropped pretty handedly there. Allegiance now down by 1 man, and they're very scattered at the moment. Like, all corners of the map, and they're being picked apart one by eUnited so far. Spoof and Believe are the last 2 members of Allegiance alive, and the bomb is down for them. So eUnited, a very, very sound defensive round, but I take it all back. It's now down to 2-2. Clay and Arcites are alive versus Spoof and Believe. And the bomb is now, it's just on the bridge above him, and he's going to try and get that one. I don't think anybody knows it's down there at the moment, so you can see the members of eUnited have fled the field.
Yeah, and a bit surprising as well. You would have thought that they would have had the awareness to at least check and just play around it. Of course, that's not the case, but ALG, you can tell they're not aware of that. They checked every single corner going to grab that bomb, assuming eUnited was playing for it. Meanwhile, eUnited opposite side of the map, 20 seconds left, and eUnited knows they're coming. They're like, they have to plant on a bomb site. They check out one. Now they're going to clear out the other, and this timing actually works out beautifully. If it had been 2 seconds in a difference, eUnited would have won that round. Now, though, 50-50.
Oh, 50-50, but not anymore. Spoof has just tipped the scales in the favor of ALG with the bomb down. It's all now on Arcites. Can he find the defuse and the 2 kills? And he's gambling rather heavily with his life here. He has been identified by Spoof, and here comes the pinch. You can see those 2 members of ALG on their way. Arcites now 1v1. He's got a moment to get this kill before the pinch will happen. If he can tie things up, this is going to be huge. He finds the first. The second is around the corner. The time is being bought for him, but it may be too late. Believe is aware of this, and the timing, it's just 10 seconds. I think he may let the round concede. Shots up! He doesn't have the time! Literally a second away. If he had found that, it would have been tremendous. He could have got the defuse.
It seemed intense. Believe had that in the bag, though. As soon as he ducks down behind cover, RC, you even see, had a separate gun just waiting to go. Doesn't even have to reload. So, again, Believe gets out of cover, plays it perfection to the time. He checks the bomb site at exactly 7.5 seconds. As soon as RC is not there, he's like, oh, he must be trying to flank me right now because he's not on the bomb. Let me just get the kill. So, of course, RCDs gets it in the end, but ALG will happily take the round instead. ALG, by the way, right now sent 4 players straight through that hallway. They've cleared it out. Now you can see they're kind of a bit wary in what's going on, because if no one shows up in mid-map, you know the bomb's going to A, and Spoof read that to a T, and of course gets that pick before the bomb can even go down.
Wow, what an angle. Like, really, through the tiniest gap, he took care of Arcites, and now on board with Silly. Highest KD in Search and Destroy at the competition. Can they keep the run going? Mayhem's taking care of Pristine in the background, so that's 2v4 with eUnited now looking to find that bomb again. It's down in mid, A on the bridge, and that's going to be a very comfortable round.
Yeah, and then a couple of things that went right there for ALG. Again, the strategy they use, once you just go and clear out Bar and Plat instantly, if no one shows up, then clearly they're not going to be going to that B bomb site, because you have to have some sort of Plat control or some sort of presence there, or else you're never going to be able to get the plant. As soon as they clear that out, they back up, and of course, eUnited, they weren't planning for the graveyard side because they hadn't cleared anything out yet. Easy pickings for Spoof. And again, though, if they don't go for that aggressive push down hallway, that entire round might be very, very different, because they would play it expecting potentially some pressure at B. Of course, on the flip side of things, ALG, they're leaning towards A, but they haven't committed to anything yet. Of course, they might be trying to fake out their opponent, and it looks like they're wrapping back, but eUnited, you see the players right now, they're giving up that B bomb site. At least one of them is, so the mind games might be working to at least a small effect here.
They did exchange gunfire, though, so someone on Allegiance did open fire over the bridge, so we do have that much information. But eUnited, was it a bait? Was it a trick? Are they trying to force their hand? Oh, Silly does get Mayhem there. Pristini's about to be pressured here. If he can find the fight, it'd be great. Silly's there to back him up. Tiny angle is just about to work for him, and he's watching the flank as well. Clayster finds Spoof out in street as well, and it is going to be Pristini in the middle. He's caught out there, put in a 2v1 situation. He's going to be dropped. So now it's all on Believe for Allegiance. Could it be a 3rd round in a row for them? Well, miracles do happen. He's maybe coming across this player, but that's going to be it. That's the death knell. He's just rung the dinner bell, and here come the hungry tummies of eUnited, and that's going to be their first round on the board. Better late than never.
Yeah, and props to Bristini on that as well. He was the guy kind of making plays in Bike Shop. I think he actually bought Silly the first kill because he put some shots into him up top plat, makes Silly's job a little bit easier, and then was distracting the second player. I think it was Clayster that either picked one up on the flank or got the pick on mid-map, but either way, you don't always see the kills for the players that do quite a bit of work, but they're always a team presence for those types of situations. Either way, though, eUnited once again leaning towards A, and there you see it's only 3 this time for ALG, but once again playing aggressive towards Hall. And again, they've cleared it out, and now they're backing up as well. You got to expect the bomb to be going down at A. They're not going to get the initial pick because no one checks from curve, but the pick comes in mid-map. Bristini gets caught sleeping.
Wow, Mayhem, very, very aggressive. What a push there. That really paid off for him, and here comes eUnited on the flank. Mayhem will be dropped there by Silly. But there was a trade on the bridge, so now it's Silly and Arcites versus 3 members of Allegiance. Spoof has his payload ready to go, which is probably FTL. Oh, look at this Believe being hit so hard, so aggressive by Silly. And he may be left alone. It's now a 2v1. The bomb is likely to go down at A, but Silly seems to be 100% aware of that one straight over the top. Doesn't manage to find Spoof, man. He locked onto him initially, and then he came out of the ADS. Just lost him after that, and that was the gunfight. Here's a perspective from Spoof.
Yeah, and the problem there, again, for eUnited, they keep trying to plant for, like, the orange bus side of things instead of trying to clear out Gave and plant for that side. And, of course, when you get first blooded, it's going to be tough either way. But if you plant for that orange bus side, all the cover you have is very far back, and you have to go and jump over your cover to check that bomb because the player can just lay down. And, of course, the kills are certainly going ALG's way, but you see rounds all the time where players just hop on the bomb because they know if I can just get to this spot, I'm going to win the round because it's almost impossible to go and defend. Meanwhile, though, players are blowing each other up with the vehicles over on bridge, and that is obviously a bit of a slow start. I'd have to imagine that they naded that out at the start of the round, forgot that burning cars will eventually blow up, and, well, that is not how you want to start your offensive round.
No excuses, if you ask me. You see that fire, you know it's going to pop eventually. That was an interesting start. Allegiance, they had the advantage to, you know, for all rights at A side there, and now they've had to change the game plan immediately with no dropping. This is an extremely close engagement there in bikes. Shots out from Believe. Can he find a second? This is a great run. This has changed entirely now, but it's been tied up. Believe on his own. Oh, Silly is going to get the best of him. He has the best KD in Search and Destroy for a reason, and another round is going to go to eUnited. Unfortunate blunder there with the car. I think that cost them. Their game plan initially, they were going up A. eUnited were all on the other side of the B side. They were down low in the street. 3 of them were committed there. It was only Arcites, I think, who was near A. You end up blowing yourself up. You lose that man advantage, and before you know it, you're looking at the death screen.
Yeah, of course. Now the question for me on eUnited is they got to mix up the strats, right? Like clearly planning on A, at least for that safe side, is not working for you. Either go towards A and try and get more kills or just straight up go to B. And this is the first time actually ALG hasn't played aggressive mid-map. And frankly, that might have worked out for them because finally eUnited kind of responds to that type of pressure. Arcees, you can just see getting lit up through that wall. And again, that's a pretty common spot. You see it all the time in Hardpoint, but again, Search and Destroy, you can use it just as well. And that's going to keep eUnited playing a little bit passive. You see number 6 on your mid-map, that's going to be Clayster. He's watching the flank because he has 2 players on bridge. If they decide to push up, Clayster is going to be waiting for it. But again, very passive stuff. ALG, they don't have to make a move right now. The ball is in eUnited's court.
Good shots from Clay across map. Oh, we found Mayhem there. Lovely work. I don't know how that worked out. Arcees now, he's got the opportunity to put the bomb down. That one kill is going to change things. As you can see, the pressure is now being applied. However, we do have members of ALG in position to hit that bomb side, and you can see there's a gunfight going down now. Silly, he's getting shots out in the middle. Pristine watching the inside hotel. That's a lovely pick. He's got the spot of that player. He knows he's going to be hitting the flank soon. Oh, what awareness! Fantastic work there from Pristini. And Spoof, eUnited just wiped Allegiance out. That is a fantastic way to tie the series up. I mean, what a decisive win there.
It's actually pretty impressive by Pristini. He had the ERAD top plat, was 1 shot, and still managed to get 4 bullets into the guy on ticket. Either way, though, props to Clayster. Again, we kind of called it out a little bit. He was the guy responsible for the flank, and he was able to pick one up. And again, ALG is just a bit of a needless push. There's one guy watching. You don't have to try and force anything if you're on defense. Just play around where the bomb is going to be going. Of course, so the bomb right now is going to be going towards that B bomb site, and this should be a free plant. Again, the question is just how long does it take these players to recognize it, because so much pressure is coming in from the back. Mayhem, he only spots 1, maybe 2 in that situation. Of course, now he's playing for his life. The bomb's going to go down.
it's about to happen. All 4 members of eUnited just made their way through Hotel, and now they've got one at Broken. He's gone to the top. Mayhem is cut down immediately by Pristini. Still, Pristini has been untouchable so far in this series in the 1v1 engagements. Nova, he's got to make a play for these players. There's 30 seconds left on the bomb. He's caught napping again. Pristini, the hero of this round for eUnited. And now we've got all the members of United. They've swarmed the bomb site and they're getting the defuse as we speak. Spoof needs to get in there as quick as he can, but he has no health left and he's going to be cut down. And even then, the timing was all wrong for them. eUnited, another very confident round.
Yeah, and again, you just talk about how every second matters. Again, it was just a few seconds late on getting that bomb down. Again, it's very difficult when you just see nobody. You're like, well, where are they? Of course, he spotted a player on the flank, but by the time he does, Clay's already there with the sniper, and I'm pretty sure he picked off the bomb planner as well. And then again, you get first blood, you can just straight up win the round. Mayhem, if he had gone huge on plat, obviously that could have opened things up, but it's just a 2-on-1 gunfight. Like, how much can you do? So eUnited doing pretty nice to bounce back so far.
Yeah, Mayhem, by backing up and putting himself in that sort of like the little bar area on top of plat, he gave away that position, and before you know it, it's all finished. There we are, Clay, snipe in hand over the top, and he finds someone. Not able to, but again, that snipe shot rung out, and as you can see, number 3 on your minimap, Nova is turned tail, and he's definitely readjusting his position now because he knows Clay's overwatching A. But that doesn't mean that the bomb's going down there, though. The fight is happening through mid now. Pristini and Silly, 2 kills apiece. That's Nova and Spoof taken care of. Wow, all on Mayhem now. Pristini can make his way forward. They're hounding that final player, but Mayhem manages to get Silly in the exchange there. Shots in from behind on the turn, can't find it there. A little too clean, and that's map point for eUnited. This will put them up 2-0 in the series. ALG, they came out strong. They're somewhat lacking at the moment. You see Clay doing it with a pistol.
Yeah, and once again, ALG was just kind of trying to force the action. They all 3 pushed up just straight up down that middle street, and Silly was just up there waiting for him. I think once they saw the pressure from Clay over by A, they were like, all right, well, let's just push up here. But of course, it's very early in the round, and that's why, again, you don't have to force things on defense unless you know for sure that it's open.
Same start again for ALG, all 4 of them stacking towards A. Clay's really aggressive now. He's pushed his way forward. Can he find a kill here? This will be huge. There are 3 members of eUnited on the other side of the map. They've gone towards B, and already Clay, that aggressive opening gambit, he's been dropped, and now he's put his team down at a slight disadvantage. See how this one goes for United on the spin. Spoofy, wonderful work. Gets the kill there on RCs. This is going to help tie things up. That's 2. Another one goes down there. It is 2v2 at this moment. The bomb down. Silly, though. FTL through. Can he clutch this one up? Pristini's coming in from behind. They want to win this round here and now. Last member alive is Nova. He's been tagged. Oh, no way! I cannot believe that. Oh, my God. He had the drop. What a clutch kill. Chance.
I don't think they know. I don't think they know that Pristini burned his camo, and I don't know how important that information is going to be, but certainly if they did, they would be ecstatic about that. That's FTL gone, camo gone. That could have been your game, but Pristini just not quite Johnny on the spot, gives up the position at the worst possible time, and again, that is Call of Duty timing at its absolute finest. So Allegiance, there's a lot of hope now. Again, it looks like they only have 1 payload to play with, and it can't give up the first bloods again. Clayster, same situation with the sniper. ALG, it's been 2 back-to-back rounds on defense where they've just given up free picks. I just play more cautious.
They're not playing cautious this round. You can see 3 members of ALG super aggressive, push forward, but Silly there, watching the back. He does manage to save Clayster from any danger, but now he's been taken down in turn. Believe he's looking for Clay. He may be able to find him here on the wall run. It's back and forth. What a nade. Good timing. Nade comes out. He's going to get the spray. RCD takes care of Clay in the background, but this is it. All on Spoof versus Pristini. This is going to keep Allegiance in this one. But eUnited, they win the round. And they can push this one forward. Spoof, he's got FTL to work with. He's got to take care of Pristini and RCDs. He needs to make this work. He's going up behind this player. He could get the kill. The drop on both shots out. It's going to be an absolute crushing win for them. eUnited, man. They let it slip there in the round before, but not to be had again. Man, Pristini quick on the turn, man. What a draw for him. He got 1 shot in the back, immediate 180 to burn him with the E-Rad there. I actually thought Spoof had a chance. I was wrong.
In ALG, I think they were just way too fearful of the sniper from Clay. It seemed like 2 rounds in a row, back to back. They were just trying to do everything they could to take him out. They were like, all right, sniper, easy kill, but they get caught again by Silly, who's just sitting in spawn, essentially, just waiting for them to push. Gets the kill. Yes, they traded out, but then 2 players are diving to hunt down Clayster. He had reactive, so Clayster gets one, and Arcees is there for the trade. And again, that was, what, 3 total rounds where ALG just flying up. Well, they flew up a lot of rounds on defense, actually, but it worked for them twice. But at a certain point, they weren't grouping together properly and struggling to trade kills. And even when they traded the kills initially, fell apart towards the end. But either way, eUnited, they're going to maintain that 100% win rate in S&D.
Hey, and that's all that matters. A win's a win. Guys, we're going to take a quick break, and afterwards we'll come back with the Uplink game. eUnited up by 2. Can they close the series out in 1 more? Find out after the break.
It's going to get taken out by Silly.
They were like 7-1, ridiculous score lines within 4 rounds.
And now it's on Silly. You've been playing like a monster, but you're pinned like a rat.
My greatest moment in MLG history, probably winning MLG Atlanta.
eUnited 1 round away from being crowned your champions.
The best thing about the event is just our first event together and actually being able to win it is just a really great feeling.
Silly in a perfect position here. One more player alive.
It's done, just like that.
I mean, you beat Envy, you beat FaZe, you beat Optic, you got through Splice. A very impressive run.
My name is Justin Fargo Palmer, and my gamer tag is Silly.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2017 CWL Championships presented by PlayStation 4. We're here in sunny Orlando. The Amway Center is packed today, and Chance and Miles are bringing you eUnited versus Allegiance. Whew. Game 2 are now in the belt, and we're looking at the Uplink leaderboard now, guys and girls, and this is an interesting stat to look at. As you can see, Formal and Optic Gaming, a ton of points, 15, and only, what, 3 throws? So that's a lot of dunks.
But then Nova's number 2, and I guarantee you nobody predicted that, except maybe players for on Allegiance going into this event. He's number 2, and then I don't think there was anybody up there for eUnited. So again, surprising stuff to see. But again, this ALG team, I think they've already proven in this series as well, if not throughout their entire tournament, they're a team that can certainly contend. Of course, they're going to have to pull off the reverse sweep against eUnited, which is technically possible, but very, very difficult. Obviously, though, long way to go. Nova's going to be that guy to watch. Can he post that 1.57 KD? Well, nope. Clayster's going to be there at the start, at least, to take him down.
Still, another thing to note about the eUnited is that they haven't dropped a single uplink game so far in the tournament, and I don't think they'll be doing anything different here. RCT's up and early, 1 point there within the first 30 seconds. That's exactly what you want as an eUnited fan. Still holding on, though. Wow, man. Clay is still in position, still getting those kills, sitting there at Lemon. That presence is going to be felt, and he's just going to rotate back while the rest of his team pushes up. You can see huge presence from ALG moving down towards Lemon. They're going to be hitting that left-hand side real hard. And they do take care of Clay, but now they've got to retake mid, and Arstees is in position. Yeah,
and I can appreciate the patience here right now for eUnited as well, kind of hanging out mid-map. Spoof, though, him and Nova are going to show up in the kill feed. Now Silly, well, he's trying to distract just for a bit, but you see Allegiance, they don't care. They're just going to run away with the drone, and again, this is a situation where Silly is just completely out of position. Now they have the man advantage going into the portal. They're going to get the kill. They're going to find 2 more as well, so now they got the spawn trap. Silly, well, he's had to come all the way back from top meal, but he's just going to die. So now ALG, they're getting the rally scores, potentially a 2-point play. I believe he's going to be able to slide that in, and there you go. Just like that, one player is out of position for all of 10 seconds, and they score 3 points because of it.
And it was that player on your screen right now, Silly. He was caught napping a moment ago, but now trying to flush those members of Allegiance out their base. What a finely executed play that was. Allegiance sniffing out that opportunity and taking it by the horns. And now we're seeing Mayhem. He was one of the stars of the assault on the base of eUnited just a moment ago. Managed to get that dunk through as well. So, and they repeat history. Mid is open at the current moment. Clayster, the only player pushing towards that drone. He's passed it forward. And as you can see, the gunfights are going down. But this is eUnited's play. They've got the first kill. They have lost all their members now. But Clayster says no. He's still going to make the run happen. He makes the pass over to the back end into Pristini. He gets it down. Oh, doesn't manage to get those kills. My goodness, that would have been something special. If you manage to pass that through 2 players and Pristini can turn and burn and get a dunk out of that, incredible.
Well, I think the pass technically got intercepted as well, and that might have been enough to buy Pristini the 2-piece. Of course, that's not the case because Allegiance doing a pretty good job in the kills department right now. And of course, if you remember the hard point, it was Pristini that started slow. Well, now it's his twin, Arcedes, and believe, well, he's going to be able to go for that 1-point toss, and he's actually quite a bit short, but I'm pretty sure he just felt the pressure coming in, didn't have enough faith. You can see eUnited, though. They're going to be able to clear out their base and, well, reset the drone if they want, or they can just take it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, they can breathe a sigh of relief now, as you can see. ALG getting a couple kills there in mid. They have the presence now. This is Pristini up and over the wall. He's going to try and get those kills. Silly got taken out from behind. So they're going to keep this pressure moving forward. Pristini, strong shots, but Nova. Sorry, Spoof actually going to get that kill there. I think it was an NV4 at that kind of range. Tough fight to win. This is Believe teetering now on the edge of this play. Lead, answering open, gets one. He does have a teammate from behind. That was the opener. Oh, Arcetes with 2-3 in a row! My goodness. That's how you defend. And now, straight away, turn and burn. They're so flexible. eUnited can make the run. Wait, he passed it! What's just happened? Oh, he misses the throw as well? Can he... Chance, what just happened?
eUnited was like, yo, what's up, guys? If you want more points, we'll throw it backwards towards our base to try and give you the open shot. But, of course, you're just choking the big ones. And, again, that might just be those main stage jitters. But the drone, of course, still in favor for Allegiance right now. Nova, again, the guy who's number 2 on the KD leaderboard. He's 13-7 at the moment. Has a couple kills right in front of him. Pristini is going to challenge. Silly is going to challenge. And he's not missing shots right now. ALG, again, if they could get even more points on the board, this would be huge for that momentum.
Man, the possession right now for Allegiance, you know, it shows in the scoreboard, but it's showing more on the mini-map. They've just got such strong control of mid right now. And Nova, he's keeping this going. He's 4 in a row. Spoof managed to get one in the background. Nova finally taken down by Arcetes, but my goodness, what a run. He's 16-8 right now. We'll have a look at his streaks in a moment when we get back there. Pristini now trying to hold on. The pressure from ALG has been felt now. eUnited, they've got a chance to break back. They've got 1 minute left in the first round. They're only down by 3.
Well, the drone is still stuck in mid-map. Pristini's going to fall, and again, it's Nova popping up in the kill feed again. The man 18-8 for the moment, kind of showing his uplink prowess. Still, though, drone sitting in mid-map. Kills, though, going the way of LG. Last time we found ourselves in a situation, ALG, they're able to put 3 points on the board. Still, though, kills going back and forth. Spoof might have a chance for the 1-point shot. That's not going to be the case. eUnited with an okay defensive stand.
Yeah, okay defensive stand. They managed to get the crucial kills, but can they keep it going now? The pressure is still being felt. ALG all over him like a rash. 20 seconds left now, and all they're going to want to do is burn the clock. But Silly, he has a goal in mind. Clayster's running up front. RCEs picks up 2 in the background. This could be a good one. We've got a player in front of him. It's to Clayster. He catches it. Hot hands. Straight away gets the dunk. He gets it to 3. They're now only down by 1, and that whistle is about to blow. We're going to go into the second half, and this is only a 1-point difference. What a great comeback there from FaZe.
Yeah, and I mean, the play at the end there is massive, right? Obviously, you don't want to go into that second side down 3 points, so just getting that dunk in the final seconds, it changes the entire way you can play this second half. You're allowed to be a bit more passive. You don't have to rush into things. ALG, though, again, they're looking pretty good. I think there was just one single brief moment where it was Silly. He gets caught out of position, and ALG, in the next 45 seconds, they turned that into 3 points, and the wheels were just turning, of course. They're going to need an opportunity like that again. Believe had a bit of a slow start, and you could see Arcees, I think he started 1-6. He has completely flipped that around, and of course, he's just been going on streak after streak, but ALG as a team is kicking once again. That's 3 in their favor. The drone's moving up. Can they get more points on the board?
They got plenty of bodies in the way. Can they make this one work? Up and over the top. Great interception from Arcees. Again, Allegiance now. They're down by 2 in the series. This half is super important for them. They're trying to stay alive here in the winner's bracket. Arcees moving forward. He's got a bit of help. Christini's getting those kills. Great shots there, I believe. Gets 1 in the head, I believe. So that's going to be like half his HP gone. And now Arcees can get in there and continue the run. Ooh, what a good one. That is not what you want, Spoof. Getting the best of him there. Clay's last member left alive, and here comes the push.
And Nova's already there. Nova's in the base. Clay, though, is going to be able to take him down. There is the FTL on board. He's going to go for the 1-point toss over top, and I think he just straight up missed this shot as well. I don't think that was an interception at all. Either way, though, you can see the payloads are starting to come into effect as well. I think it's really just FTL for either side. Mayhem, though, on the flank is behind 4, is able to get 1, and now, well, Clayster picks up a kill, but ALG, they can put the pressure down, but Clayster, he is not going to die. The man picks up 3 with the NV4. eUnited's chance to score.
There's only 2 members now. Call it 3 of Allegiance in defense. They need to make something special work here. We've got Pristini hitting the flank as well, so if he can get those kills, this is going to open this one up wide eUnited. And all of the members of eUnited are going to push on through. That's a big push from Clay, and he is going to be dropped. Spoof, though, finding 2 in the end. RC is still alive. The throw just falls a little short. And Believe are going to be able to hold on here as Allegiance. They have been under the absolute thumb of eUnited in the second half so far. Allegiance, though, still looking to keep the lead. They haven't seen any scores, but they've been super aggressive. No points just so far in this second round, Chance.
Well, Spoof is actually going to be behind 3 players, and his teammates are going to pick up some kills. If he can get this will be massive, and he's going to win the gunfight with relative ease, and now they're pushing through. This needs to absolutely be points. 3 minutes left. You got to put the nail in the coffin. Don't want to let it for the moment. The 1-point shot goes in, and you see Mayhem was there to pick up the kills, and they get the point on board, and making this a full 1-possession game. eUnited, though, of course, plenty of time to work with. Not out of the realm of possibility just yet.
Man, Mayhem, he was in a great spot there, trying to slow those players from eUnited down off of spawn, but it's not going to be fooled by Arcees. He's just been so strong. 20 and 16 for him. Nova, 23 and 16 as well. Spoof kills as well. This is a strong hold in Allegiance. 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. Great shots from Spoof. And he's going to be holding it on still. This is Believe, looking to find a couple of kills in on the back end of that eUnited lineup. He's just trying to hit the flanks. He's just maybe able to catch this player in mid. Arcees is still there. Does manage to get the kill. Nova finds Clay as well, so that's 2 dead for eUnited. This is an option to move on forward. Silly, last player alive, up there. He's in food. He can get the kill. Mayhem, though, such pressure. Man, Silly is so difficult to kill.
Yeah, and of course, now that drone is kind of stuck in La La Land over by Lemon. Spoof, though, he's going to be there. Only able to pick up 1. Believe is still alive as well. Pristini just going to make sure to get that drone kind of out of that harmful territory, but still, minute and 45 to work with. eUnited down by 2. They need this dunk, or at least get the 1-point toss, because again, a decent chunk of time. They got to win the gunfights, though. Pristini shooting in air, going to be able to pick up that kill on Nova. That's the perfect player to get down. Overdrive coming on board. RC's over top. Might be going for the dunk, and he's going to get cut down. Still, though, the drone down in unfamiliar territory. Mayhem, though, is going to be able to pick up 2. Clayster's there. He tries to go for the 1-point toss. Can't get it over the building from that spot. In ALG, they're able to hold on, at least for the moment.
Oh, no. Clay, if he just run, he may have got that. Still, here we go. Back into the drawing board. Once more onto the breach for eUnited. They need a single dunk to tie it up. Otherwise, Allegiance keeping their dreams of the winners round 2 alive. Now here they go, going forward. They don't have as many numbers as the United do. Oh, Prestine's been taken down. This is very big. There's the throw up and out. Oh, and he gets taken down in the air, so that's going to be a 1-point throw with 1 minute left. They're up by 3. Silly's going to be flushing those players out of his base. Oh, wow. What an incredible turn. Allegiance may have just saved themselves here against the United. The pressure is still being applied.
Well, United's go. It has to go, and they got to go fast. Nova, though, he's in a really good spot. He's actually on the flank, and he's going to be able to clean up Clayster. Now, they just need to get that drone and waste time. There's the 3rd kill down. Silly's by himself. He has FTL, but he's going to die. 30 seconds. Can this game even be done? ALG, they probably have it in the bag. Nova is continuing the destruction. There's the camo, and that'll just be your game. There's not much you can do when the player's invisible. Try to go for the interception, try and block the dunk, but does it really matter in the end? ALG takes that 8-3 lead, and they are going to win game number 3, and that's, well, the start of the reverse sweep.
There you go. 1 map in the bag for Allegiance, keeping the dream alive. Again, they cannot lose another map in this series, otherwise they will be going down to the losers bracket. If they can get 2 more, they will advance further into the competition and far deeper into the pocket of that $1.5 million prize pool. Chance, camo, OP, true or false?
True.
There you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. COD Champs 2017, presented by PlayStation 4, camo, OP. That's been the story so far. Fun fact, though, that was the first Uplink loss that eUnited have received in the competition so far. So props to Allegiance for taking that one off and spoiling the perfect record.
Yeah, and really, they've just been continually impressive, right? I mean, that game number 1, they had about a 60-point lead going into Turbine Hill. They had payloads as well. This is Allegiance I'm talking about, and they didn't use them, and it cost them, right? eUnited, they make that massive comebacks, but from Allegiance's perspective, that's obviously, you know, a massive collapse. That's one they would have loved to have gotten back, and they could easily be up 2-1 in the series, but even in the search and destroy, I think it was a lot of just kind of simple mistakes that they never tried to correct as the game was going on. And obviously, I think United just, you know, kind of outplayed them in the search and destroy. But again, it's a situation where Allegiance, they were not very far away from winning the map at all. And this is a team that, yes, they're known as being the best AM team, but this is United we're talking about. You got to imagine the games are a lot closer than they would certainly like, but still, they're up 2-1. They're going back into Hardpoint. It's going to be on Breakout as well. So United, I'm sure they're feeling relatively comfortable.
Breakout Hardpoint up next. Throwback, search and destroy if we have to get there. As you can see, 250, 243 was the first Hardpoint game, 6-4 retaliation, search and destroy, and if you've just joined us, 8-3 on the uplink. So a quick look at the leaderboard so far. Again, going back to Hardpoint, and then we go back to Believe, another ALG player sitting in the top 4. 1.48 KD, 58 seconds on average of time. 15 defends. That's solid, but I mean, it's not quite Slasher. Sitting at 32. I mean, that's like most of his kills coming from inside the hardpoint.
Yeah, I mean, Slasher's a different animal. I mean, even Aqua also has those 32 defends as well. So those are some pretty impressive numbers pretty much across that board. I know a lot of times players kind of say the stats get inflated just a little bit from that group play, but either way, we keep bringing up these leaderboards, and it's still players from ALG that keep popping up, and these players, they're really making a decent name for themselves and making a pretty nice spot on your resume. I mean, they're already, what, top 12. This is fighting for top 6. You're going against the best team in the world, and it's very competitive. The least competitive game we've had was the one that ALG won.
Yeah, that's a very interesting thing to say. Again, as you said, on your screen, there we go, eUnited, one of the best teams in the world, but ALG, very, very hungry, starving, if you will, to make an impact here at COD Champs. And there is no better place to try and do so. As we go into Game 4, it's going to be another hard point. ALG, have they found their form? Will they start playing their game, or will they remain in the hands of the veterans eUnited? Such accolades on the other side of the board, of course. Clayster has been around for a hell of a long time. Arguably one of the most famous players in Call of Duty in the world.
I mean, yeah, pretty much outside of like Optic Gaming players, Clayster has been that guy. And I think, honestly, on the entire main stage, I think Clay by himself, paired against the rest of the players on board with them, probably has more accolades than the rest of them combined. So, again, definitely a storied player, and quite a few of these guys have been around for quite a few years as well. I mean, Silly, we talked about him. He's been around for forever, it seems. I think even back to like the COD 4 days. But either way, it's veteranship versus kind of that new blood coming in this. And again, I don't expect this to be an easy match really for either team. Obviously not for ALG, but still they've been putting up a fight. eUnited, though, they're going to want to end this series here.
Place those nice early kills, and again, no one's managing to get any time just yet. And it is a very handed back and forth between both teams so far. eUnited first to get on the board, but is it a little bit premature as ALG are cleaning things up as we speak? Silly there, sitting by loading dock is possibly the most important place to hold here on the first hard point. Gives you a fantastic view of it. Easy to jump up there and get those kills. You can see Nova now jockeying for position. He knows there's going to be a player in there until he gets one of his teammates in there. I believe that was Believe to get in there and flush out Silly. Very important now. Spoof and Allegiance managing to get a bit more time. There's only 15 seconds left here on this initial hard point, and we are going to see it change soon. Not terribly profitable for either team, but Allegiance managing to get the bulk of the points. Every little will help them against the United squad.
Yeah, very high scoring game we have here. And interestingly enough, Spoof and Nova just actually started pushing out mid-map in the final few seconds. And now you see they're going to spawn all the way across the map. So pressure's on right now. Mayhem's got to go big in the hill. He's able to get one, but he only has one teammate to work with. And the pressure's coming in. Mayhem, though, he's able to get two, but still the contest time isn't coming in. Believe was out back trying to hold spawn. And you can see the med bay spawns do come in for ALG. So they'll be here first, but still got to win the gunfight. Silly's going to get traded out. ALG in control for the moment. RC's around back, though. He's able to pick up one. He's been in this situation before. He always gets those multi-kills, but his twin is going to take over for him. Gets two, finds the third as well. Easy triple kill. Going to get a lot of points out of that.
Oh, that's a very nice way to get into the hard point. Cell block, 20 seconds remaining. eUnited now looking like they've got the driver's seat. 5-3 now for Pristini. He's on a 3 streak. As you saw, that little 3-piece was pretty neat and tidy. Quick rotation for both teams. It looks like Pristini will be coming up behind 3 members of Allegiance to see if he can capitalize on that, but there might not be a need because Clay's picking up kills, as is RC. So up front, oh man, the gunfights have just been lost. The timing was not on point there for Allegiance.
Yeah, and the way the game started, of course, that mid-map control was in favor of ALG, but they kind of made a mistake in the final few seconds of the first hill. They started pushing up, spawn out across the map, and that allows eUnited to win that cell block hill. But when ALG, they've lost the cell block hill already, so they should certainly win the rotation battle, right? But no, they didn't have the frame of mind and time of day to get back to the hill in time. Placer goes on that full flank, and now, well, eUnited, they got the scrap time, they got the new hill, and then look at the score. This is how fast it can happen, and that doesn't even get to the point where we're talking about gunfights because Pristini, he's fully streaked out. He's got a 6 streak, and again, this is just all eUnited. This game is going to be theirs.
Well, we saw this in the first hard point as well, Chance. You know, Allegiance, they took a little bit of time to get into this one. Their retakes were quite good, but they weren't so hot on the rotations. And as has been the story for every other team in this same situation, it is not good enough. If you can't get those opening grabs of the hard point, if your rotations aren't on point, you're not going to be getting the points. Pristini finds 2 with that Trinity rocket, so that's going to be beneficial enough for them. And as you can see them collapsing now on the next hard point, and Silly, he's not even going to get the kill because RC is standing on the head, does his very best Super Mario impersonation, and stomps that Goomba.
And right now, eUnited, I mean, they had to use streaks that time at the very least, but they are 3 for 3 for locking down spawns, for winning that rotation battle. And I mean, they're winning these like blatantly. It's not even remotely close. And then we brought up kind of the scoreboard at the beginning. It was Believe, who I think was sitting at 4th for Hardpoint KD. Well, the man right now is at 1-9. So clearly that was the biggest factor for their success in Hardpoint. Now it's not there at all. Completely non-existent. Trying to break back into the hill. They're able to do so for the moment, but now eUnited inside the hill. Silly's going to get there, trade it out, but this is why the close spawns matter so much. eUnited, they're going to get to the hill quicker, and it's just tough, such a tough spot to be in. Placer even there was on a 4 streak, but again, 120-point lead right now for EU.
Man, they're just not to be found. The map is incredibly difficult to wrestle from the hands of eUnited right now as Allegiance struggling to find themselves being pressured on all corners, one step ahead every single time for eUnited. You can see now, although we do have Allegiance in position, the retake, oh my goodness, the retake from eUnited already is looking very dominant indeed. Clay's going to find that first kill. Arcetes is coming in from the flanks, he's hitting players as well. Clay's about to find his second victim, and the third is just lying beneath him as he grabs that hard point. The player is still down low, and he may be able to find him as well. Placer, can he continue the run? No, he's going to be engaged again from the side, and fantastic nade there from Believe is going to slow this one down. Can they get a bit of time here?
Well, I mean, a bit of time is definitely the way to phrase it, right? I think between both teams the first time around, there's a total of like 15 seconds that were taken. So Allegiance, of course, they're forced now. They pretty much have to jump into every hill at every given opportunity because they're down by so much. But again, you saw what eUnited was able to do last time. They just locked down 3 hills in a row like it was no big deal. Well, Allegiance, they're pretty much going to have to do the exact same thing. But how can you when Silly's just beaming kids with an E-Rad all the way from showers to the kids that are inside the hill, and then actually switches to the K-bar for the close range engagement. He's a little bit backwards, but hey, it's working for him.
Hey man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I don't think Silly needs to. At 16-7, It's going quite well for him. 1 minute now on cell block. And last time we saw eUnited get a considerable chunk of time here. Allegiance really not able to find their way. Pristini was picking up 3 pieces earlier, and I think he may be doing the same now. Clay doesn't get first shot, but it doesn't mean he won't get the kill. That's all 4 down for Allegiance. And they're spawning, well, they don't get a terrible spawn, but they're going to have to hit that wall run hard and fast. And as you can see, everyone on eUnited is going to read this one like a book. And you can see the players hitting the wall run as well. RCEs is there behind. Clay's going to get that kill on the long-range shot. Believe kills Nova, so why not give them the help they need? Oh my goodness, this is already looking very, very good for eUnited, as if it wasn't looking good before.
I mean, now this is probably what a lot of eUnited fans kind of expected going into this. I mean, in the first hardpoint, I think it was Pristini that started pretty abysmally slow, and then of course he clutched up in the end, and they get that win. It was RC's, I think, at the Uplink.
Yep, and there we go. Graveyard now flipped. Bombardment coming on through, and it's not going to exactly find any kills. Well, for a second I thought that was a bit of friendly fire from his own Bombardment, but still, it's looking like ALG have managed to break on through to this one. I think Smokes came out there from ALG. They get a couple of kills out of this. Long-range shots from Silly, swapping out the MD4, lovely kill from Arcites. And again, the pressure is being applied. Oh man, the run is continuing, and Arcites, he's letting you know exactly what we're seeing. He's given him the bag. 30 points remaining for eUnited, and they will be sending Allegiance down into the lower bracket. Allegiance, they've got a lot of thinking to do. They're going to sit in the corner and ponder on what they've done after this one, because whoever they're going up against, it could be rough for them if they stay in this kind of state.
Well, are you telling me you think this game's over? Who they're going up against? It's not over yet. ALG is, no, I'm just kidding. They're not still in it. This game is definitely going to end. But again, I think it goes without saying, just to kind of recap the series, that ALG, I think they definitely proved that they can hang, but again, eUnited, obviously, when they're on form, it can just be a different kind of level of Call of Duty play. Again, I was trying to say earlier before the performance just became deafening, essentially, that eUnited, they were kind of playing, one player would have a slow start in the respawns. This time, obviously, firing on all cylinders. So eUnited, they're just going to go ahead and remove all doubt that that match was going to be close.
They're going to be smashing up Allegiance, smashing up the monitors. eUnited. Silencing the doubters. Allegiance, though, they've got the lower bracket to play for. They're not out of the competition yet. A lot of love all round there on the stage. See Mayhem getting a bit of love there. Still, that's going to see eUnited advance further on into the competition. Winners bracket round 3 for them. Where are they going to finish up later on today? Are we going to see them on Sunday?
Very difficult questions to answer. Of course, though, it's just worth trying to recap the series while we